Hi. Uh, so today I will be talking about the quotes that I follow or I like the most, and I try to implement in my own life. Initially, I used to thought that quotes are just things said by people who are really successful, and it does not relate to a person like me who have nothing. And uh, but ever since I started implementing those thoughts and uh, practically using them in my life, I have feel a lot of difference, and I have believed those are the words that are true gold, in the sense that one should use them or implement them in their life and can see a remarkable and incredible shift or progress in their life. So I'll be talking about six quotes that I follow a lot, and these are part of my life now. These have came to me in the different phases of my life, and I don't know who have said those. I mean, who have written those quotes, but nevertheless, I will be sharing those and sharing how I find those important. So the first one is the honesty and transparency makes you vulnerable. Be honest and transparent anyway. So this is apt for anyone who is working professional, or be it in personal life. I don't have enough experience to talk about in personal life, but in terms of professional life, it fits very well, because if you have given any tasks to finish. Let's say, for example, you have given any task to finish. Deadline is a month away. You are working on it honestly, but if you are not transparent about it, the person who have given you that task may feel, he might have doubt that you working on that task or not. So keeping him updated in that task will helps create a transparency and sense of trust that builds in between the two persons. I think that is the most important thing, that benefits a healthy relationship between employee and an employer, or maybe two hierarchies in the organizations. So I generally believe, I used to think that the honesty itself is enough for to do the work, but transparency is also plays a big factor, a big role in this scenario. So it's one of the best quote I have received, and I still try to follow at least 80 to 90% of my time. So that is the one. Second quote that I want to talk about is, start before you are ready. And this is the most apt thing, because we tend to plan and we decide that we will do this after in the next month, or we will do this after once I finish this, and we keep postponing the important task that we want to achieve, or the important goals that we have set for ourselves, but we are letting ourselves down by postponing them. So doesn't matter if you have all the necessary things required to complete that task or not. Start it anyway. What we do is we make reasons to postpone this task, that I don't have right now, I don't have this thing, that is why I am waiting for not starting this thing. So I think that is where we lose the edge of the motivation, and we tend to we usually push that task, and we sometimes we never able to attempt that task, forget about finishing. So for anyone who is struggling with this kind of situation, I think this code is best, that you should start before you are ready. And the third code that I recently came across, and that gives me immense confidence, that is that the code is, or the rule is, fail fast. Whatever you are trying to do, or whatever you are planning to do, start early, and try to fail fast as much as you can. So if you are not able to do these things, if you are see there, I believe, or I have read somewhere that you have capacity for the failures. Okay, so you have a particular quota for that failure. So the more you fail, the faster you finish that quota. And once you finish that quota, thereafter it's a small successes that builds over the time. And that is why I think this quote fit perfectly to anyone who want to start something and fear of failure. So the earlier you fail, it is better for you to get the results sooner. If you push yourself away from that situation and keep postponing that thing, that will take much more time and much more failures, or the same amount of failures but a longer period of time. So try to fail as fast as possible. Either you will realize that either you have made for this, or you want to do this or not. And you will realize that this thing, what are the preparation goes for this thing to finish this thing. So you get the analysis very fast on this thing, and you will realize that it was not that hard, that I postponed it for too long. If I started in the first place, I could have been better at this at the very early. And that realization comes very late, when you fail several times and finally succeed. So I think there are failures in everything. Even the success has some amount of failures as well. So I think that is one of the most valuable quote for sure. The fourth one is, when you work hard on your job, you earn living, and when you work hard on yourself, you make fortune. And those who work in corporate or in organizations will realize and understand this meaning of this quote. I'm not saying there are multiple incidents or situations where people may earn fortune by doing a job as well. So I'm not talking about few of them. So I'm talking about majority of people who work on their jobs, who hardly earns their living. But if you work on a particular skill that can get you a good job, or maybe a good career other than job, maybe it may be business or some kind of other things, so that will able to make you fortune. So I would say invest in yourself, whether it's money, whether it's time. Make sure that you are investing that in your self growth rather than unnecessary things. Fifth quote that came across, I think 2 years back, when I was reading a book, and it goes by, the magic is something, uh, magic is something that someone is spending more time on something uh, than anybody would reasonably expect. So when we see people, and when we think that, oh, these people got lucky and got overnight success, so we don't see their journeys so far. They might have come from very terrible background, or they might have experienced really terrible things in their life, or they have their own journey of failures. And finally, when they achieve, what people think is the success they have got is overnight, but it's not true. And it adds up the whole things, that journey, that make that person a successful. So I think that is where we think, when a magician perform a trick, we think it's very easy, but to perform that trick, he must have did it thousands or 10,000s of time to master that thing. And that is when it show up in front of people as a magic. So whatever you see, people who are excelling in their careers or in particular field, the work they have done, that turns a current state of their work into magic. So we have to make sure that you have to put in that much amount of effort to create magic in your life. And the final quote that it about goal setting. So it goes like, setting a goal is the first step in turning invisible into the visible. I have talked about this earlier in the videos as well, where when you set a goal for yourself and you write down on a piece of paper, you brought down you bring that goal into a reality, and you have already started working on that goal, because you have put it in piece of paper. In from your thought process, it have come to a reality. And that is where I think it all begins. So setting a goal is very, very important, because if you are not going to take actions to achieve that goal, then it will stay as a goal itself, and you keep postponing, or you will miss that edge that you have to achieve that goal. So I think these are the things, or rules or codes that I personally follow, or I personally believe that help me change my mindset to that I could focus on what I wanted to do and what is really important to achieve in life. That is what I want to share with you. Hope you have liked it. Thanks for watching, and see you then. Bye.